I can't wait to have back problems. Alright, so today we are doing a camera bag video. I never know how to record these. I try to do it a little more cinematically, but I just can't. I just can't. It's just so difficult to try and like get this all in frame and my face and everything. So we're just gonna do a top angle down. Good enough for me. Starting off, this is my camera bag. It's literally just a bag off Amazon. It has changed since last time. Last time was the Peter McKinnon sling bag, which I still use, but it's more of an EDC carry kind of bag, and it will be more of a on the day carry bag. But starting off, this is the camera bag. It is a Unho, I don't know what brand that is, never heard of it, but I just liked it for its size, compartments, organization, and it was big enough to fit everything. I've expanded my collection a lot recently, so it is making everything a bit harder to fit in, but I've managed to do it. So starting off, we've got these little clips on the side that kind of, pretty sure that's like standard for most bags. And the zip that gets stuck on the little thing that wraps over it. And there we are. Now, first thing you're going to say is, why is there two spots missing? Well, I'm obviously shooting on my Canon EOS 90D with my 18 to 135mm lens, and I've also got the CPL lens filter on it. I just talked about this lens filter and all the other ones that are in here. So go over to that video that was pretty much like 2 videos ago. I'll leave it up in the corner somewhere, one of these corners, one of these 4 corners. So go click on that and it will take you to it. Another thing you're going to be noticing is, why are there numbers everywhere? So starting off, this is my camera bag. It's like my inventory list. Everything I have in my camera bag has been put into an inventory list with corresponding numbers, so I can keep track of everything. So when I'm on holidays or I'm just trying to find something to, film with, I'm thinking, oh yeah, so I want to make a video. What's the equipment I have I can use to amplify that video? I can look at my list and I can go, hey, I can use that, and that. Awesome. So we're going to go through each number that'll also kind of help categorize what we're looking at. So starting off, we're looking at the items in this top compartment, which is going to be this up here. Pretty much all that's in there, this is super simple. 3 microfiber cloths, 1 GoPro extendable tripod, 1 big GoPro extendable tripod, 1 little mount, 1 small tripod, an Allen key, lens caps, GoPro attachment screw, so that's like the little thing that holds your GoPro on, mic audio cable, that's just like a backup spare that I have, and my Neewer small light, which I don't have in here, but I will show it. I also use this on my streams. Yes, I have toilet paper as a light diffuser because the one that comes on it isn't very good. So that just diffuses the light. Ignore the stand, that doesn't exist. That's just to hold it up. It's this pretty much just the light here. It's just like a little LED one, comes with a battery on the back. Pretty simple, I like it. It's a good little way of, lighting a scene really quickly, efficiently, really well. It goes super duper bright. So yeah, that's going to be the top part. Normally that light will sit there. It will sit like along there anyway. But yeah, obviously I have it taken out for that purpose. So up top I've got 1.0, which is the inside compartment. Then inside I have 1.1. So this is the 1.1 section. Then in here I have 1.2, which is the lens filter section. So I've kind of organized it in a way of things I'm going to use more commonly. It's just, I don't know, it's just the way my brain kind of worked out how to do the number system. So this is 1.2. 1.2 has the lens filters. So it has the ND filters, the FLD, UV, CPL lens filters, and they're all numbered on the back. So it's ND 1.2.1, so this is the 1.2 section. Then the ND 1.2.2, then the ND 1.2.3. They've all got corresponding numbers, and I will show you later on. I have a checklist, kind of like a library system. When you check out an item, you tick it as a checkout, and then when it comes back in, it's ticked as a check-in to make sure everything goes where it belongs, stays where it belongs, easier to find, much more simpler. Right now I'm also filming, I've got the microphone set up. It's just the small Rode microphone that I have. But sorry, that normally sits on top right here, pretty much right on top of that stuff. And then inside of here, it has my two little kind of like lens hoods, and then just a little microphone fluff that goes over it to reduce wind noise. Then 1.4 is going to be my Canon M50, which this is my second camera I use for shooting B-roll, second camera for top-down views when I'm using the first one for on my face, just stuff like that. Going on to 1.5. So this one is going to have a lot kind of packed into it. So firstly, it's got my 50mm Canon lens, which is the one that I usually tend to shoot with. Really nice lens, has really good bokeh and everything to it. I like it. It's got my lens filter, kind of like adapter rings, and then it's got my GoPro Hero 8. Which I never use. It's just a good kind of backup action camera in case the Insta360 dies or anything happens to it, or I just forget it. So yeah, I like to sit my lens on top of the lens rings, because if the lens rings break, I don't care. I would rather them break instead of my lens. Going on to 1.6. This is normally where my 18 to 135mm lens sits. Nothing else sits on top of it, underneath it. This bag's got really good padding on the bottom, so that's why I like my lenses up here. It usually lives in this little spot right here, but obviously I'm using it right now. Going on to 1.7. This is where my EOS 90D camera lives. Obviously I'm using it. It's not sitting in there, but the body will sit right in here. It sits right in. I'll show you in a video I previously took. It sits right in here. Sits beautifully, nice and comfy. It's got really good padding around it, really good padding on the side and at the bottom. Make sure it's super safe, and hey, it survives my rough handling, so it will survive forever. And lastly, for this section, my 1.8. So this is where my new favorite camera lives, which is obviously the Insta360 X4. Honestly, it's an amazing camera. Go check out the video I've made on it, and there's so many more videos to come. So that will be that actually lives in there personally. And then this is pretty much just like a little bag full of like its accessories. So nothing really important, and those just live kind of over there, just stuffed in. It also fills up the space so it doesn't move around too much. Beautiful. That's pretty much the inside of the bag done. It's that simple, that organized. I really like the organization. I spent like 2 hours organizing this today. So much work went into this because I've been wanting to do it for a while, and sometimes it's hard to find the time. So going on to my number 2 section, that is going to be this little kind of compartment here. So this just folds up. There's a little kind of like clippy thing that goes on it, but yeah, you pretty much just do that. And then we open this bad boy up. I like this little compartment because it's great for holding your batteries, SD cards, all that really cool stuff. This one is pretty much organized by, so this is the number 2, and then 2.1 is at the back, 2.2 is this one, 2.3 is that one. I kind of tried to subcategorize it just to kind of help out a little bit with trying to find where things are directly in here, so I can just open it, grab out what I need, put it back, easy. So starting off in 2.1, I'm going to have like SD cards. So these are kind of held down in the little bottom compartment here. They're all in cases and everything. Usually my 128 gigabytes, which is what I shoot all my videos, photos, everything on. They're always in a camera. I'd like to keep them in a camera, but for now that's sitting in there just for the video's sake, so that you guys can kind of see that's, you know, where the SD card lives. Then there's going to be the battery. This is for that little light that I have, the little Neewer, that little light that I have. That's the battery for it. Nice and simple, it sits in there. Going on to 2.2. Yeah, it's like a little AirPods case, but for my Insta360 camera. It's a charging travel case. It's, you know, got a battery life and everything. Obviously it isn't charging at the moment because pretty much the battery on it is full. But yeah, if it was empty, you just pretty much get your camera, you slide it in there, and you grab your other battery out, and done. Easy. I love it. That's something I really like. Makes life a lot easier for shooting on that camera. Going on to 2.3. So these are the batteries for the EOS 90D. They're like LP E7 something or other. And then the battery for the Canon M50. When I'm not using my cameras, the batteries come immediately out to save the battery life and into the slot. And yeah, pretty much the other one lives there, and easy. Obviously I'm using it right now. So yeah, we can close that up. That is my 2 section done. Now going on to 3. This one's gonna be a bit of a pain to kind of show on camera because it is this bottom section that kind of like opens up. It is a bit of a pain, but I'll see if I can kind of half open it, half show it kind of thing. There we are. I feel like that's pretty good. All right, so starting off, we're gonna go, it's number 3. Easy, we all know that. So here is 3.1. It's binoculars and like a kind of like just like a bag. It's like a waterproof bag. You can chuck your accessories in it, things you don't want to get wet if it's raining. You can use it to cover up, you know, the top of your bag. Put your camera in it if it's pouring down and you got your camera out. You just chuck your camera in it, close it, kind of fold it up a bit. Keeps the camera off, you know, keeps the rain off your camera. 3.2. This is going to be the it's going to be the charger for the LP blah 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 blah, LP6N or whatever they're called. The charger for it. 3.3. This is going to be the charger for that little light that I have. That's the batteries for it, and then another little kind of orange diffuser for it, which that one does work really nice on skin. It has really nice like tone to it. This is going to be 3.4. Yeah, 3.4. This is going to be the charger for the EOS M50. With a good camera for the price I paid. So, yeah. And then this one is going to be 3.5. This is just like a little, you know, like your underwater GoPro mount. And then this is just an extra lens cap and a little safety strap. Easy as that. We'll close that up. If I can get to the zip. I'm struggling. Someone help. So yeah, this is one of the problems I've stumbled across on the bag, is when you have things over here, which I use, I'll show you in a second, as a spot to hold a few of the things that can't fit in the bag. You can't grab the zip to zip it up. Oh my god, I got it. Hell yeah, I got it on camera. Look at that. I did it for the camera, guys. Did it for the camera. Alright. Close this bad boy up. Beautiful. Alright, now coming over to the side. Oh. It's going to be a little hard to kind of see, but this is where I keep my tripods. So this is my Insta360 one. This is the one I showed you on the video that like extends really far. And I did the Spaceballs thing past my face. If you haven't seen that movie, you won't get that. And then this is obviously a Joby Gorilla Pod. I don't want to take it out because it is so much effort to put it back in together. It's more of like a take out, use for the day, put it back in, so it's not constantly annoying me. Yep, so that's pretty much, that's 4/4.1 is that. And then on the other side, this is 5.1, this is 5.1, this is just for drink bottles. Awesome, right? Love it. Alright, last thing here. So here we have our document. It's going to have everything on there. We can check everything into our bag, and then we can also check everything out of the bag. This is to like keep track of everything that we have on the cruise. And then the same once we get onto the boat, every day we can sign things out of the bag as we're using it and putting it into our everyday, and then sign it back in once it goes back into the bag. And then it's got things for disembarking the boat and also when I get back onto the boat. So it's kind of like a little organization system that I have going. But yeah, it's got everything on there, all the equipment that I'll be using. So yeah, if you have any questions about that, I can answer them in the comments below. Because I'll be going on a cruise in March and hopefully a New Zealand cruise next year. So if you have any questions, drop them below. This was kind of like an afterthought. I completely forgot about this little checklist. But yeah, drop your questions down below and I will answer them. Going on to my next bag. This one will be like 30 seconds because this is the one from the last video, the Peter McKinnon like camera bag. The thing I wanted to show you though was this is the Peak Design like capture clip. If you know what this is, you know what this is. So what you do is you get the little thing and you slip it on and it clicks. This is for my Insta360. So instead of having to have it on a tripod and be holding it, I can put it on my bag and I can walk around kind of filming with it while I got my camera bag on. So while I'm shooting photos or whatever, I can be holding, have my bag on and be using it to capture footage 360 around me. I think it's a cool idea, an awesome idea. I haven't trialed it yet. You guys will be obviously going to be seeing that on the upcoming cruise. I'm going to be trying to film kind of past security. Once I get past security, I want to try and clip it on and then start rolling. I'm not sure how well that's going to go because I'm also going to have my other camera bag on. It's going to be a bit of a mess, but I think we got it. The last thing I have to do is obviously what's in my pockets, kind of like what's my everyday carry. My phone has changed. So I'm now going for more of like a MagSafe kind of like wallet. So yeah, it's got all my stuff in it. All the cards that I use the most are in this, and that just goes onto the back of the phone. It just sits right on there, clips straight on, just goes and done. So yeah, I like it. It's a neat little kind of thing to have. And then I just have this kind of it's like just like a silicone kind of case, and you can see that's been sitting on there for a while. I still use the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I've used it ever since the first day it came out. I got one and I've used it ever since. My favorite iPhone I've ever had, and I'm probably not going to upgrade to like the iPhone 17 or 18. I love this phone so much. I still have my AirPod Pros. They're amazing. They still work, they still do their job. I can't complain about them. They're perfect. Perfect for everything. I don't really wear a watch a lot of the time, but when I do, it could be any. I kind of go through. The one I was wearing today was the Seiko King Turtle. This is a really great watch. This is actually from my dad. He gave me this one to replace a Spot. If you want to go check out my dad's watch collection, it is actually the video before this. It was a really fun video. It got really crazy towards the end. We started blabbering crap at the end. So yeah, that's this watch. I'm probably going to do an updated watch video soon, just to kind of give you guys a bit of a, update, because there have been a few updates on my watches. But yeah, so that's going to be that part of my EDC done. Now, going on to my rings, they haven't changed. there's still these 4 clocks and colors. So yeah, these beauties. I love my rings. I love wearing them. I wasn't wearing them just because I didn't want to get them caught on anything in the bag. So I was just kind of keeping my hands nice and clean and free. Going on to the last part is, what knife am I carrying? Well, obviously, disclaimer, in Australia, I do not carry a knife with me outside in public. I do carry one around the house because I'm obviously constantly opening crap and doing crap. And this Essie Azula is absolutely perfect for actually screwing the little things down on my tripods and everything, kind of screwing the little, like, the window flaps of the lighting, the Neewer lighting I have. It's the spine is perfectly sized for doing that. It's a great knife just for being a tool and using and just doing stuff. It's a really good knife. Has some patina on it. I've used it. And lastly, one of my favorites, man, it can't be beaten, the Wee Banter. This baby is just beautiful. As you can see, it has some wear on it. I use it usually just for opening boxes, compacting boxes, and just flicking. Like, just sitting there, just flicking. It's fun. It's a really, really good knife. I will be bringing knives back to the channel soon. It's just, there's a lot of political stuff going on in Australia about knives, so I do avoid talking about them in the meantime, just because there's a lot of knife crime and everything. It's something I don't want to get into, but yeah, that's the reason why you don't see them on the channel very much. But of course, as an EDC, I have to drop it in there. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I carry. I do obviously do beard care, all that. If you guys are interested in seeing that, maybe drop it in the comments. It's not something I'm crazy obsessed about, but I do take care of my own beard and all that. Anyway, thank you all for coming out and watching. You can watch my hands as I say goodbye because I have nothing else to show. Thank you all for coming out and watching. As I say goodbye, you guys can watch me fiddle with these fidget toys that I got off Amazon. Thank you all for coming out and watching. I will see you guys on the next video. I'm not sure what the next video will be, but I'm super excited for it. As always, please consider liking and subscribing. It does really help out. Like, people say it a lot, oh, it helps out the channel, but it actually seriously, it helps out a lot. It means that maybe one day I can be paid to make videos and be a good content creator. Give back to my viewers. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming out and watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.